So welcome in. Big Daddy's Bargain Bin, how are you? Welcome in. How is everything going for you? Hello, friends. Welcome in. It is Saturday, so today we're just doing a general Q&A. I've been sending a lot of questions. Good morning. Good morning, Bill One. I've been sending some questions, but I've tried to answer those by DM. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask them in the show, or you can always message me after the show. But it's kind of easier sometimes to explain things by talking it out rather than me typing. So revelations, gifts, good morning. Good morning, Cherry Red Treasures. Good morning, Jay McDusty. How are you this morning? Congratulations on your win last night. That was a great win. Bill One, good morning. Good morning. So feel free to ask your question, share your shows. My nails are all screwed up because whenever I wash my hair, they pull off. And today we're putting the dock in. So I'm not going to put them, I wasn't going to put them back on just for you guys. Sorry. Cause in like 2 hours, they're going to pop back off again. Cause I'm about to put, you can't have nails and put a dock in the water easily. Mimics, good morning. Bug Guts, good morning. Vintage Homestead, good morning. How are you? Thank you, Bug Guts. These ones are kind of tame. These are my tamest glasses. Thank you, Bug Guts. These are my tame glasses, but my hair's still wet. I had to jump in the shower just before, so my hair's all wet. Doesn't usually look this dark. So quick thing, I promised that I would show, and this will be the last time I'll show it. I'm going to show how to do the label making, how to print a label as you're selling items. So I'm going to set that up. If you have shows you want to share, feel free to do so. I'm just going to open up yesterday's show to make life easier. And I have to remember not to look at that chat because I accidentally see it in the side. But Bug Gut 7 says, hey guys, so women's vintage clothes. I have a bunch of scheduled. Awesome. When's your next one? Mine always doesn't print properly. Mimics, I had the same problem. I had to go in and keep adjusting a little bit. And then sometimes, I don't know, I think it's the PDF file that I've got set up that's the problem on my end for my PDFs that I'm sending through on the 2x1, because I do like all my little numbers for my boxes that way. But yeah, so I just kept nudging. I don't know if let me see if I can show you. Hang on, manage shows, upcoming. Where is the enable private mode? Where is the start sharing? Oh, it doesn't let you do that anymore. I can't share my screen. I was very sad. Hang on, let me just refresh just in case. Currently live. There we go. Oh, start sharing. Okay. Let's see. What tab can I share? Hang on a second. I need too many clicks to. Yeah, the too many clicks part is an issue for me. Let me just go to here. Share. Okay. So you should be able to see on the screen, you're going to see both. I wonder if I can make this any easier to look at. Control plus, minus. Where's minus? No, it won't let me. Oh, there. Okay. I don't know if that's going to help. We can swap the screen. Yeah. So I know that's really small. Hang on. Let me just adjust it a little bit. Plus. Okay. Maybe that will be slightly better. That's not better. Minus. There we go. Okay. So Patrina Numerology says I need to get a label printer. I mean, a label printer is great. I mean, I love my label printer. I bought a label printer before I started on Whatnot, so I already had one. If you're just starting out and you can't afford one, look on like Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes people sell them on there. Just beware to make sure that it's actually functioning. Get them to show you that it's functioning. The other place too is liquidation stores, you know, like Amazon return liquidation stores. I got this one, this Veretti that's beside me. I got it at an Amazon liquidation store for only like $25. So about half the price. Buggut says I use my sister's label printer. Hi Liz, how are you? So let me go back. I know it's hard to see, but if you if you're looking at your um if you're looking at your screen, if you're looking at your when you're on your laptop and you can watch your show on your laptop or any device that has a browser. So it could even be another phone, but ideally like daily a good size screen, right? Because as you can see, this is a big screen. Um, so if you can see right here, I know it's hard to see. Right here, this is all the stuff that's sold. I'm in my sold tab right now. This is the auction tab where you normally would be. There's your auction tab. This is my sold tab. And after it sells, it pops up here. And if you go right here, it's this, you can't see it because it's teensy tiny type, but it says print print item tag. Now, if I hit print, I don't know if it's going to show you on the screen. I'm just going to look. If I hit print, I don't think it shows you on the screen. No, it doesn't. So when I hit print, hang on. When I hit print, it looks like this. Sorry, my cable is in the way, but it looks like this. Okay. So, and then I just hit print. Boop, and it immediately goes over here to my printer. And boom, I've got a label, and I use these removable labels that come off of just about anything. I use these labels, and it's 2" by 1", and that's it. One of the dear whatnots, share this tab instead. So yeah, so after you print, this this screen stays up, and all you have to do is just stop sharing that screen. All you have to do is just click anywhere around it and it goes away, but it is an extra click, which is kind of annoying. But if you are the type of person who stops and gets a piece of tape and writes down the name, right? And then you stick it on, and I want you to count how long it takes me. Thank you so much for that purchase. Hang on, I gotta, I'm sharing again. Hang on. Stop sharing. Let me see. Am I sharing right now? Okay. We're gonna stop sharing that. We're gonna stop sharing that. We're gonna go back and start sharing. And all right. So then I say, so I'm in the auction tab. Somebody buys it. I say, thank you so much, Ashley, for that purchase. That's an awesome purchase. Thank you so much. Boom. It takes me longer to take the stupid thing off of the printer than it does for me to actually print. So, yeah, you won't get confused with your own writing. Yeah. So, and it tells you exactly which one it is too. So it's medium weight, number 14. Medium weight, number 14. So I know right away, medium weight, number 14. I plop that on. Then when it comes time for me to start pulling everybody's stuff, because in Canada, we have weekly bundling. So with weekly bundling, it, it you can have a lot of things that you gotta go through. I don't give each person a box, because then that would mean that I've got like 20, 30 boxes all set up with like half empty. That's that's an inefficient use of my space. So instead, everybody gets this label. This is a removable label. So I take it off, I wrap the stuff up, I get it ready to ship. I put the label back on the outside of the item that's already shippable. And then when it comes time to pick, all I need to do is just find all the ones with their name on it and then cross-reference. Okay, I need to get medium weight number 14, found medium weight number 14, check. And then I can just quickly, this is a lot faster. And I'll let you know if I had any hiccups because this is my first official week using it, but I can tell you it sped me up. And I know that later on, I'm not going to be racing around tomorrow and Monday trying to find which one is which and go back and look at video receipts and watch video receipts. And even if I do it at 2 times the speed, it still is slow way to have to rewatch to figure out which item is which. If it's got the sticker on it, then I know for sure that's the right item. And what did I have before? I was sometimes I was writing the person's name on things, so I was writing the username. Usually I would do like a short form, like for you, Patrine, I would have just put Patrine, and then I'd have it in the box and then I would grab and go. um, but sometimes if I was running really fast, I wasn't stopping to even put the name on. I would just go, thank you so much, Patrine. Okay, next thing. And I would put it. And then later on I'd go um to the my shipments and I would watch the video receipt to see which item you purchased. So I'd have to watch it for about 30 seconds or more for each one to see for sure which item it was. And then I would write it down. I would, I think I just threw out my latest. Yeah, I just did last week's one. I already threw it out, but I will like write your name and then I will have like each one of the things, like a description of each one of the things so that I know what I'm looking for when I go to pull it, which takes time, especially if my internet is acting up and it's slow. It's like pulling teeth to try it. Just it's painful. It can take like 2 minutes per item, and if somebody's ordered like 40 items, that's a lot of time that I'm wasting waiting for the video receipt. So this is, I think this is going to speed up my shipping process, and anything I can do to ship up my speeding process, I'm all down for. The one thing is that my other printer um, is packed up because it was in the basement. So I don't have two printers set up, one for 4x6 labels and one for 2x1 labels. So anytime I need to print a shipping label, I've got to switch, which is, it doesn't take that long, but at the same time, that's a little bit of a pain. So once I find the box that has my printer in it, then I will set up two printers here so that one is for labels and one is for shipping labels and one is for sales labels. But I think it's worth a try if you have a thermal printer. I think it's worth a try to see whether this helps you out or not. All right. So that's, thank you, baby lamb. So it's really easy to use. It does have that, it does mean, let me run it again. Am I still being, no. Okay, so, so again, let me just share this tab again and I'll show you how quickly you can do it. So start sharing, share. Okay, so, the auction finishes and I say, oh, thank you so much, baby lamb, for your purchase. That is awesome. I'm so glad you got that. And then I hit print label. I hit print and it prints like that. Just like that, plop it on, move on to the next thing. So much faster than writing it down. No need. Yes, I understand. This is an extra cost. This is going to cost you 2 cents or so. But I think if it speeds you up on selling, the faster you go, the more happy the algorithm is with you. It's way more efficient. It makes it easier for you to cross-reference the list that you have on your shipments with the actual item. And hi, Millicent, how are you? And I think it's going to speed up your process. So if you already have a thermal printer, this is worth doing. Patrine says, you inspired me yesterday to make a page for my starting numerology business, but on here, I love that. Yes, there's people who are doing all kinds of really cool, like tarot card readings and really cool stuff. So why not? Why not? And then you can advertise that out in the world, and you're only getting charged 8% commission, which is not bad at all. Speaking of commission, yesterday was the reduced commission on Whatnot. It was only 2% commission instead of 8% commission, and I just did a quick selling show. I didn't have the ability yesterday to do a full long show, so I just did a quick show. But I did notice that the app was super duper busy, with lots of sellers on and lots of buyers on as well, which was good to see. So I might stop sharing. Boop. And yeah, I'm glad now. Canada Day last year on July 1st and July 2nd last year, Whatnot had a special Canada Day discounted commission for July 1st and July 2nd. I have no idea if they're going to do it again. They don't tell me poop. So I don't know if they're going to do it again. But based on their past history of repeating things that work, if it worked last year, they'll do it again this year to try and encourage more Canadian sellers. They're doing all kinds of big promotions to try and get Canadian sellers to join to become sellers on Whatnot Canada, including and also an incentive for you to start inviting other people to join Whatnot as sellers. You get a $500 bonus that is cash. It is $500 that will go into your bank account. It's not credit, it's so that you can just spend it on Whatnot. It's $500 that will go straight onto your ledger and you can hit payout and put that into your bank account. $500 for each new seller that you onboard to Whatnot using, they have to use your seller referral link, which you can find if you go to your account. And then let me just show you really quickly so no one's confused. Go to account down here, and then you want to go to referrals and credit, and then scroll down till you see the seller one, and then you want to copy that link and send it to everyone. Print it off, make a QR code, make your QR code. You can do that free on like Canva and a million other places. Make a QR code, and when you're out and about, you go to the flea market, you go to the antique market, you're thrift shopping, and you stop and talk to somebody and it turns out they're a reseller too. You can be like, why don't you join Whatnot? It's awesome. Here, scan this QR code right now and apply, because I think you would be great. If you get $500 after your referral reaches just $100 in total sales and sells to 5 different people. Yeah, the USA is different. The USA is still at $100. It is $500 in Canada right now. So you need to start sharing this. Get it out there. Tell people that they need to join Whatnot. It has to be their first time that they've applied. So if they've applied before and then decided that Whatnot wasn't for them and they closed their account, make sure that they sign up with a different email address. I said what I said. Sorry. But if you want them, you can start advertising this. Imagine if you get 5 people to start selling on Whatnot, and all 5 people sells over $100 in their shows and to 5 different buyers, which usually that's what occurs. Then you are going to get $500 in your account on Whatnot that you can pay out into your bank account. That's $2,500 for just for 5 people. Imagine if you could get 10. That's $5,000. I mean, it's easy money just lying there on the table. You could always coach people, offer coaching to help them. Say, you know what, I'll sit down with you for a couple hours and teach you the app. You could make good money just by referring people to sell on Whatnot. It's an amazing offer. So if you're already a seller, you should have that seller referral code. Start using it to encourage other people to join Whatnot Canada. And I do as I say, not as I do, because yeah, I haven't haven't been doing that. I haven't been doing that. Okay. I need to, there we go. I'm just gonna make my screen bigger again because I can't see. Can't see. I made it small so that it would come up on the screen. You That's a good idea. I know I need to share my code. That's a good idea, Dave. That is a really good idea. I think I think you should try that. It could be a school project. Business. Do you do business? Is there like a business course? Do they still do business courses where you have to pretend to have your own business, but instead like actually have your own business? You just have to make sure it's within their guidelines for age of because there's age restrictions for selling and whatnot. All right. Just checking to see if you have any questions or want to share your shows, feel free to do so. The other thing that I want to remind everyone of is that if you haven't already signed up for the Canada Day Raid Train, what are you doing? Go sign up for the Canada Day Raid Train. If you only want half an hour, message me and I will create a half-hour spot for you. But you need to join the Canada Day Raid Train. We're doing 2 days. We're doing July 1st and July 2nd. Lyris, congratulations on egg. So you can DM me for the link, or really easy, go to Raid Train, all one word, raidtrain.app, raidtrain.app, and you just look for the July 1st, scroll till you get to July 1st, you'll see a Canada flag beside it, and there's July 1st and July 2nd. They're the same raid train, but they have to be split on the app. We can do both days. Yes, you can absolutely do both days. I'm doing both days. So you can do both days. So sign up for, and the one thing is the way that the Raid Train app works, which was created by the wonderful Darren from Thriftworks USA, and Thrift Shop Cards, is that it it gives us conductors a little bit more control. Thank you, Millicent. It gives us a little bit more control in that you have to apply. Now, I'm going to approve everybody, so don't worry about that, okay? Just apply. You have to apply first. I check it multiple times a day, and I approve everybody. So you're going to get approved unless you're from the States, because it's a Canadian, sorry, or anywhere. It's a Canadian, this one's a particular Canadian raid train. Because it's for Canada Day. And so you just have to say where you live. You don't even have to, I don't need your address. I just need, like, do you live in Canada or do you live in Ontario, wherever. It's going to make it more interesting for me to be able to say we've got sellers from Halifax and da 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 da, right? It's going to make more interesting if I have more details. But if you don't want to give more details than the country where you live, that's all I need. And just apply, because I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, unless your profile shows that you're a serial killer or something. Patrine numerology. So a raid train is where sellers schedule shows one after the other, and then we raid into each other. So if I start at noon, then I'll raid into the next person at 1, who raids into the next person at 2, and you just run whatever you want. S. Allison, so if you want to be part of that raid train, just go to raidtrain.app, raidtrain.app, and you'll find it there. Yeah. So it's like, if you're already, we're going to have a show, why not be part of a raid train to do so? The time slots are 1 hour. And if you want a shorter time slot, message me and I'll create one. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then I can't speak today. I am going to do a fireworks show on Canada Day night. So after dusk, after the raid train's over, I'm going to have a fireworks show, which you can tune into. We have amazing fireworks in Hastings, and they actually last longer. Last year's lasted longer than Parliament Hill, because I asked my daughter to time the ones on Parliament Hill, because she literally can see part of the Chateau Laurier from her condo. So I asked her to time it, and we were over by 2 minutes. Mimic says about the Raid Train app. It's cool how you can have minimum followers and sales to sign up. Yeah, I thought that was Yeah, Absolute Flippin' Deal says best fireworks in this area. Great show. It is amazing. It's an amazing show. It's put on by a committee that includes most of the volunteer and firefighters in the area. So it is really well done. They like to play with fire. They like to blow up things safely. So it's really cool what they do. So yeah, on the raid train app, if you want to run if you want to run a raid train and you're looking for where you're going to do it, raid train app is really convenient because it has a lot of features that are whatnot specific. Darren has thought about so many things, and we provided him feedback, and he's made so many changes to improve it and keeps doing so. So if you have more feedback for him, let him know. Um, there's so many controls that conductors can have, and Mimics noticed that there's like a minimum follower count and a minimum sales count that you can put, which is really good. So say you wanted to do, for example, like a um, new seller raid train where you had a more experienced seller goes first and then raids into a new seller, and then you go back and forth. New seller raids into an experienced seller, which gives um, that new seller exposure to two groups, right? Two sellers groups. So it's really great exposure for new sellers, but you want to make sure that people who sign up for the right spot and don't accidentally sign up for a new seller spot when they're not a new seller, or a new seller signs up in the wrong spot. With the raid train app, I can literally say you need to have sold 2,000 items and have a minimum of 5,000 followers before you can use this spot. Like, I can make it very specific. Now we've made it very not, it's not that specific. It's very minimum. And if you don't see a time slot for yourself, you can always message me and I can make an adjustment so that you'll be able to slide into a time slot for this particular raid train. But there's a lot more controls, and I really appreciate sending a big heart to Darren from Thriftworks USA. Raidtrain.app. It's not an actual. You just um, go to your browser and just type in raidtrain.app. It's website. The website address is .app. It's there's yeah, raidtrain.app and Thriftworks USA. Oops, it didn't do an at. Why? I'm on English. Thank you, Millicent. Thank you, Mimics. At Thriftworks Works USA, and also Thrift Shop Cards. So Darren from Thriftworks USA and Thrift Shop Cards. Yeah, you're auto corrected. I love that. Restrain.app. That's his next project is restrain.app. Darren from Thriftworks USA also, like, he's just brilliant. I have to admit this. He's gonna, he is brilliant. So I have a bunch of thrift shop cards. These are collectible cards. I think there's only 2 Canadians so far that have them. Or no, 3 Canadians who have them so far. So I have 4. I haven't released this one yet. I'm going to release this one on July 2nd. I think it's no. I don't know. I can't remember now. I think it's July 2nd or 3rd. July 3rd. July 3rd, I'm going to be releasing this one. I have a 5-minute time slot on the Thrift Shop Cards raid train. So I've got only 5 minutes and I will be releasing this one. So you can guess what I'm going to be wearing. Here's a hint. It's going to look like this. So I have a series of thrift shop cards as well. The community host one, I have that running as a flash sale right now. I only run that as on my community shows, unless I accidentally put it into another show. You can only get these on there, as well as there's a Loki and Romeo card. And then I also have my OG card, which is the Red Rooster trading card. And if you want, I can sign it. So yeah, that's my OG one with my Canadian theme. So this one will be released on the thrift shop raid trade. And that will be the first time that it will be available. So if you want to make your own fun collector cards, like it's literally turning Whatnot sellers into little collector cards. And I do love the fact that Darren slimmed me down. Thank you, Darren, for doing that. I appreciate that. So does anyone have any questions or want to share their shows? I don't have anything. My list is very short. It's Canada Day Raid Train. Go to raidtrain.app on a browser, raidtrain.app to find the sign up for the raid train. You do have to apply, and I will approve you. And then you just come in and pick your slot. And also, I showed the quick label. I showed the label printing. So I have done my duty there. Everyone tell us where you're from and what you sell so that we can follow each other. I'm only going to be staying on until about 11 a.m. because today we have friends coming over to help us put the dock in. So I need to get ready for that. And yeah, just maybe dry my hair too. It's very now. Living the dream, you should be approved. So you can pick your time slot now. I do have a big dock. It is actually a big dock. Not super big, not like other people, but it's heavy. So you should be able to pick your time slot now. I've approved everyone so far. So I check fairly often. I can't check on this phone because I don't, or can I? Maybe I can. Let's see, did I install it here? So there is like a little app that you can install, but you can find it by going to the website. So yeah, so you just go here to raidtrain.app and then you just scroll down till you have to scroll till you find it. There's a lot of raid trains. There's a lot of raid trains, so you just have to find it. There you go. There's one, there's two. July 1st and July 2nd, and then you just go in. And we've got, how many days left do we have? Oops. We have 18 days left before Canada Day, everybody. Only 18 days. Oh, Patrine, that doesn't show up. Just let us know what your the day of your show, what you're selling, and what time, and what time zone. The time zone's really important. So let me just go in and check. Manage train. Oh, I already saw. Look at you. I got one there. Mimics approved. There we go. See, I can approve it in seconds. It's so cool. So Mimics, you can pick now. I Said Groovy is on there. That's July 1st. And then I just go back and select July 2nd. I don't know if I can do my first show yet you can do it without a label maker. Totally can do it without a label maker. You just need a printer of any sort. A printer of any sort. As long as, and if you don't even have that yet, you can go to your local library, and most of them have access to printers for free or for very low cost, because you can just tape the label on. You can just tape it on. Just make sure that when you tape the label on, that you don't put that shiny tape on top of the barcode. Avoid the barcode so that it's easily scannable, because that will delay your delivery. Yeah, there's a karaoke raid train. I know, HJC. There's like everything. Manage raid train. Thrifts by Liz. Look at that. I've got you approved now. Yeah, living the dream. You are approved. You're right there. So when you get a chance, just go in and pick your time slot. And if we get full, I will add some more time slots earlier in the day. So right now I started it at noon, but we can move it earlier if we need to. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, don't do giveaways, period. Just don't do giveaways. That's my that's my advice. Let me catch up here. So Thrifts by List, you are approved, so you can go on and you've been so Thrifts by List has been on for 2 months and has already hit 1K sales. My niche is new with tags. Airy, is that how you say it? An American Eagle. Good for you. Congratulations. That is awesome. Revelations Gifts is hi, I'm from Toronto. Fairly new on here. We have spiritual self-help books, crystals, and gemstones. I love it. Um, your usual Thursday night spot is open. That's awesome. I love that. Um, Millicent says it's such a common slip, and so many new sellers experience a huge cut out of their first profits. Yeah. So the key with your give, if you're going to do giveaways in Canada, because we don't have a cheap inexpensive way to ship like stickers and that, I recommend you do coupons instead of giveaways if you're a new seller, because a coupon used is a buyer made. A giveaway is not a guarantee of a buyer. Even a buyer's giveaway legally has to be, form fillers are allowed to fill it out. So I would recommend offering your buyers coupons instead. Offer coupons in each one of your shows. A new buyer coupon, you can set it up once and use it for eternity, and people only get to use the coupon once. And then you can set up another coupon code that you change every once in a while, like, once a month or something, you offer a new coupon code. But that gets people to start buying, and once they start buying and they build that trust with you and they get their first item from you and they see that you've packaged it well and that it's as described, they're going to come back for more, especially if they got a great deal or an awesome find that they couldn't find anywhere else. um so living the dream, what you want to do is, let me see if I can show you, hang on. Boop, boop, boop. Um, so what you want to do is go in there, and then you're gonna hit there's little here. You're not gonna see this green. You're just gonna see this which says pick my slot. Yeah, it pulls up the cover art. You can download the schedule to like a document, text document. There's all kinds of features that you're going to love. See the copy show schedule. So you want to you can change it. It'll be a yellow thing here. It says change stop for me because I've already selected mine. It doesn't have that button. Are you on July? You applied for July 2nd. So it should have something like, hang on. So for both manage train. Oop. I see you, Kelly Irish. Boom, got you. Thank you, Kelly. Um, Okay, you didn't apply for the first one. So July 1st, you haven't applied for. So go over to July 2nd. It should show you there and apply for July 1st, and I will approve you right away. But on July 2nd, you should have it. If you look on July 2nd, you applied. It didn't show me that you had applied on July 1st. So I just hit approve on July 2nd. I can see you on July 1st. July 2nd, I mean. Um, Lady Sativa Alpha, welcome in. Okay, so feel free to ask your questions and share your shows. We're just talking about the raidtrain.app. It's a website that also you can download it onto your phone as an app. Probably need to add more for July 1st since only 3 spots left. Good point. Yes. All right. Boop. Okay. I will do so right now. I will do this while we talk. So everyone ask your questions while I am doing this. I am just going to manage, edit train info, additional, like you can even add additional graphics if there's like, if I wanted to give graphics that you could use for promoting And let's see, I'm going to change the time of the other one. July 2nd, July 1st. There we go. Manage train. And just like that, oh, there we go. Got you. Got you living the dream. And I'm just going to do a quick edit. I mean, this is so much faster than we're going to start it at 9 a.m. now. And we're going to add 3 more stops. Yeah, 11 to 12, 10 to 11. Yeah. Save stops. And oop. Sorry, hang on one second. 9 a.m. set. Save start time. Okay. Let's see if that managed to do it. Let's go back. Look at it again. July 1st. There we go. Oh, you could always ask that person if they'd be willing to switch with you, because you never know. Oh, sugar plum. It moved people around. That was not good. All right. Mimics, we have to move ourselves. This I did not think about, that it was going to move everybody around. Sorry, everyone. That was my special. Okay, so I need to move people around. So I have to manage train, and I'm going to move. How do you edit train stops? Oh, here we go. Okay. Free stop. And then Mimics, what time were you at before? Because I just managed to move it. I think you were down at 3. So yeah, it won't let me edit now. I think you're down at 3, and I added more time, and guess what happened? It shifted everybody. So that's not good. Darren, that's not good. Yeah. So if you want to add more times, it actually shifts people up because it goes by stop number. So you were at 3. I thought so. All right. So 3 o'clock is open. So this is what I'm son of a nutcracker. I'll figure this out later. You want to be at noon instead? That's where I was, but that's fine. I can move around. Yeah. Yes, you just have to book your shows and add the link. Exactly. Exactly. So, I managed to mess it up myself. Good job, Kim. There's always got to be something that I screw up every single day. So that's what I did today. So I've got to adjust everybody's schedule, because yeah, I've got to move everybody around. But I think there's a way of doing that. Oh wait, I think I can assign, yes, if it's available, I can assign a rider 3 mimics. There. Okay. I've got you at 3 mimics. And then Mama's Little Luxuries, I'm putting at 1, so 4. Peacock is moving. Oh, I gotta move a whole bunch of things down. All right, Vintiquity, I need to move to the last stop. So that's Vintiquity. And then Alley is just before Vintiquity. So there. And then I have to free stop. I will get this. Also, I can move if anyone needs. I'm off work, so I can move if you need that spot. Thank you, Kelly Irish. If you get a message from me that I've moved your spot and you didn't want your spot moved, it's just because I've screwed up. So just message me. Peacock, free stop. Mimics is good. Mama's Little Luxuries should be at 4. Mama's Little Luxuries is now at 4. I think so. If I did that wrong, let me know. Free stop, free stop. All right, assign. Oh, this is so much easier. I can actually assign people. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I will start it. Shaggy Raven, I think is supposed to be down at second 1 o'clock. Shaggy Raven. There. There, I fixed it. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Had to fix the raid train because otherwise it would be absolute chaos as we're all signing up. So I've added extra time to July 1st. Yeah, it is a great app. He is a rock star. So the one thing is we need an easier way to be able to, if we want to add more time on, that it doesn't shift the entire, like it doesn't, it just adds a stop, if there's a way of doing that, so that if you want to add more time you don't have to renumber like that, because yeah. But anyways, if you want to join the Canada Day raid train on July 1st and do sell numerology reading at auction, I would do it and buy it now, Patrine. Look at some of the tarot card readers and some of the other there's probably numerology readers in the States. Look at how they do it, see what you like, take what you like and leave the rest. um I think buy it now would work the best, because I don't think you want to like auction, like I don't think you want a battle for your for your numerology reading. It's just like, this is what it is, like you're not going to start it at $1. And also make sure that you ask a reasonable amount, and then figure out what you're going to do in between. Like, are you going to explain numerology, teach a little bit about numerology and how it works, so that people are more interested in it. Masha says many tarots do it via tips. Yeah, that is a gray area that you need to be careful of. If you're doing an entire show where you're like encouraging tips, just be careful to make sure that you read the guidelines first. Um, I think it's safer to do it, because I mean, if you do it via tips, you're not you're not paying any commission, so it's kind of like you're avoiding paying whatnot for them giving you a streaming service. If you wanted to do something like that, you could do it on Twitch or TikTok, all kinds of others where, well, I guess TikTok doesn't give you tips, does it? But I think Twitch does. Um, Patrine says, I'd rather do like $5, $10 than shipping ads on. Yeah, shipping does add on. The thing is that you could provide a really good report along with it, so that it's something that they can tangibly hold. I remember when I used to go to like psychic fairs, as they were called. Are they still called psychic fairs? And I would get like an actual physical report to leave with me, or back in the day, I'd get a cassette tape with my reading on it that I'd get to take home. I don't know what I did with those cassette tapes, but I don't think anything came true. But I'm aging myself by saying that I got a cassette tape from the psychic readers. So something physical that's connected to numerology, or maybe it's like a little booklet that you create, that you ship out, that explains numerology with a little bit about their reading. Like you could come up with all kinds of stuff. Patrine says, I just bought these super cool postcards at the thrift shop. I could write the reading on it. Yes. And then, I mean, obviously stick it in an envelope, because the label is going to cover up the entire postcard, but then you could stick in an envelope and send that for sure. Yeah. Having something to send them, and tell them why it's important that they get that. Make it a value added that they're going to receive that too. And then if you've got other things that you can sell in your buy it now, add that on. There's so many different ways to whatnot that do what feels right for you. That's for sure. Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's all kinds of things that you could do. As long as it's a, so if it's not a physical thing that you're selling, you must attach a physical thing that you're going to send. right? So if you're going to add Reiki energy in it, I assume that that's not something tangible like a pen, but you could certainly send some stickers with energy, or again, something that's about that, about how it all works. Okay, so it is 10:42. So everybody share where you're from and what you sell so that everybody can follow everybody else. I don't know why one of them is shorter. And let me see what else I can put into. What else can I do? I want to look at. Um, Mimics just grab the information. Tips may not be exchanged for content, services, or performances that contain sexually explicit contact or nude content or break terms of service. Yeah, so the content or services, like tips, cannot be exchanged for a tarot card reading, basically. Um, or there are people who do have tried to do sexually explicit things. Comms Collections is in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada right now. Comics, but also will be doing toys, trading cards, pro wrestling, jewelry, and more. Week 3 on Whatnot. Comms, you're killing it. Awesome. I love it. So feel free to share where you're from and what you sell so that we can all follow each other. Um, the more we grow together, the better it is for all of us. I'm just double checking if anybody else has applied to be on the Canada Day raid trains on July 1st and July 2nd. There's Thank you, Mimics, Mimics took that directly from help.whatnot.com. If you're ever wondering, go to help.whatnot.com, and the answers are usually there. Vintage Buyback Kelly Irish says, Kelly here from Northern BC. Vintage decor and jewelry. Clear out show today. Up to 75% off. Wow. 3:34 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 6:34 p.m. Eastern time. Comms Collection says, outside of the one Facebook group, Whatnot for Canadians, is there other places Whatnot sellers congregate and chat? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Let me just see if it's in my thing here. Nope. Hang on. Let me just add import from inventory. Please hold. Somebody will be with you shortly. Boop. Add to show. Add to show. Here. Add to show. And back to me, and then Discord, enter. That should have popped up. Sorry, hang on. Right now, auction. There we go. Product actions, pin. So the Discord is bit.ly/underscore lowercase m /Discord Canada, all one word, all lowercase. So bit.ly/lowercase m/Discord Canada, all one word. The information is there, or you can DM me for the sign up that has the link in it. And I can send that to you. And we're just announcing where we're from and what we sell, so feel free to introduce yourself. AHJC is Vancouver adjacent BC women's, Vancouver adjacent BC. Women's clothing, bags, jewelry, and shoes. I don't know why I did Vancouver adjacent BC women's, like somehow there's special BC women. Maybe there is. Is there special BC women's only clothing? Quite possibly. Mimics 55 is in Toronto, sells jewelry findings, gemstones. Like if you like gemstones, you need to be following. And so many random things like makeup brushes, ceramic thimbles. Ooh, thimbles. Good morning, Peacock. How are you? What's up in your world? So feel free, share your shows, ask your questions, and share where you're from and what you sell so we can all follow each other. If you don't tell us about yourself, how do you expect us to know about you? It's not possible. We're not psychic. I'm not psychic. That's for sure. So we don't have the ability to know unless you tell us. So tell us where you're from and what you sell if you want us to follow you. If you don't want followers, then don't tell us. That's fine. um, Patrine Numerology says Langley. Look at all the BC folks in the house. Cosmic Ascended Numerology. Can't find this numerology on the internet. Scary accurate with just your birthday. Woo! June 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So that is mathing 1 p.m. Eastern time. Mimic says I might even have some Disney VHS. Ooh. AHJC says, how do I sign up for a spot on the train? It says I'm on it, but I don't have a time assigned. Not sure how to request it. So, if you let me, what date were you looking at? So I can check it out. Were you on the 1st or the 2nd? Oh, there you are. Okay, yeah. So ready? Here we go. Boop. Approved. Approved. You're approved. So now you can go back and pick your spot. So it just takes me a hot minute. Yeah. So perfect. Peacock Jewelry just did an 8-hour show yesterday. I can't speak this morning. Peacock, that's impressive. That is impressive stuff. Good for you. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? That's the major question. Hopefully it was worth it. We only have 3 slots right now open on the raid train for the 2nd, and we just might keep it that way. I can't add more evening slots. There's 3 spots left open. Let's manage train. And okay, everybody so far who's applied has been approved. Yeah, how do you do such long shows? The longest show I've been able to do is 6 hours. But I mean, Peacock says the answer is coffee. Coffee. The answer is coffee. I think the thing is that if you get yourself comfortable and in a rhythm, you can keep going. But it was fantastic. Awesome. Style me, style you. Hi, I'm Jai. Did I say? Hopefully I'm saying this right. Jaya from Calgary, having a clothing show, a clothing and shoe show today at 10 a.m. and at 9 p.m. I'm selling fashion jewelry. I love that. Dave says my inventory is good for a solid 28 minutes. Vintage by Kelly Irish says to Peacock, I was only able to watch from the lobby for a short time, but as always, your stock in show is amazing. I love that. That is awesome. Okay, it is almost 11 o'clock, so last call to share your shows and ask any questions that you have. I will be back on next week selling. Final Boss, what's up? I'll be selling next week. And yeah, Friday we're doing Fashion Friday seller chat, and then Saturday, this next Saturday is going to be my how to attract new buyers show. So it will be a topic based chat show. So I'll be teaching, and then I'll answer questions related to attracting new buyers. But if you're looking for information on attracting new buyers, my past show about attracting new buyers is still up and available on my YouTube channel. If you want, so my main videos on my main page do not tell the whole story because most of my shows are lives. So go to the Whatnot Sellers playlist, and you'll in my playlists on the Red Rooster CA, and you will find all of my favorite shows that I've done, as well as that other people have done. They're related to selling on Whatnot. So yeah. Okay, so last call for any questions, and then I'm gonna find somebody to raid. So Comms Collection says, how do you save your entire VODs for re-upload? So I use a feature that's available only on OBS or on an iOS device, so an iPhone or an iPad. So I'm on an iPhone. I haven't taken the time to set up OBS on my computer. Too much of a headache for me. Every time I think about doing it, something else gets in the way. I just don't have time. So I use my iPhone, and it's a feature called multicasting. You can learn more at help.whatnot.com. And then you can multicast straight from Whatnot. I don't do anything. I don't do any work except set it up at the beginning, and it goes to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I've just decided to do all three because it's free for me to do. So I just do it to all three, and people have found me through Twitch. Not a lot, but people have found me through Twitch. I usually get two or three people who watch that show. Um, so I it's all just goes simulcast, multicasting to all. So I'm on Whatnot. That's my direct one. I don't look at the chat on YouTube. So if I say taxes and duties, I don't have to see that some little kid went tee hee, she said duty. Um, or show us your tits and all those kind of things that you see on YouTube. I don't see that stuff. I don't bother. If you want to message me, come over to Whatnot to talk to me and tell me to show me, ask me to show you. You don't want to see them. And you probably do. Never mind. And the person that I mean is coming in, not you guys. And then yeah, and then Facebook, it goes to my Facebook page. I don't think anyone looks at it on my Facebook page, but that's fine. Feet pics. Yes, show us your feet. That's the other one. You're right, Mimics. The other one is show us your feet. So I just don't bother. I don't bother to look at the YouTube comments and everything because it's usually just that kind of stuff. And if you want to talk to me, just come over to Whatnot. I won't bite on Whatnot. Just come on over. You can send me a DM on Whatnot. I will answer you there. HJC today at 1 p.m. Elizabeth Oda shop with let me try this again. Today at 1 p.m. Eastern or Pacific? This is the big question. Pacific? Is it Pacific? Okay, so today at 1 p.m. Pacific, which is 4 p.m. Eastern, Elizabeth Oda, Shop with Danny, and AHJC are doing a show together. 3 sellers, 300 pieces, 1 shipping, plus they're doing amazing giveaways. So you don't want to miss that. Make sure you bookmark that. 1 p.m. Pacific time. Peacock Jewelry says they asked to see my tail feathers. Yeah, I guess I could. I haven't gotten any guess what chicken butt type messages though. You'd think that with a rooster, and no one's asked to see my rooster either. No one ever asked to see my rooster. Go figure. Okay, last call. I'm gonna see who's on right now that we can raid. US. Why are you showing me US people? Let's try again. Sometimes it takes a second for it to think. It looks like Marika is on right now. Guess why chicken thigh? I love that. All right, we're gonna go hang out with Marika. She's been working really hard to build up her business on Whatnot and doing women's jewelry. So let's go say hi to her and give her some love. Thank you all for hanging out. I love you so much. Have an awesome day. I will see you on Tuesday. So have a great weekend. Enjoy the sun while we still have it. Bye for now.